Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review video for you. This time I am reviewing the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Captain America action figure. This was released in 2020. This is part of the Gamerverse Abomination Build-A-Figure wave. Here is the action figure in a nice window package where we can see the action figure and the accessories. There's no Build-A-Figure piece with this action figure. Here's the front of the box, the top of the box with the Avengers spot varnish logo. The bottom with some manufacturing information. One side of the box there. The other side. And the back. It has a picture of the action figure, a little mini biography, and a cross-sell showing the other action figures in the wave that put together this Abomination based on the Gamerverse version of the Abomination. I'll open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Here is our Gamerverse Captain America action figure. Let's see how tall this action figure is. According to the tape measure, about 6.5 inches tall or 16.5 centimeters tall. This action figure comes with one accessory, and that is the shield. Looks like a nicely painted shield. The star is sculpted on there. Sculpted detail, nicely painted. Here we have a peg. We can also push the peg to get a clasp to put it on the arm. Although we want to put it on a thin part so we don't stress the plastic too much. Eventually it'll break if we're not careful. Although it's very loose at that point, so we can try a slightly thicker area, but we don't want to break it. And the peg, I think we can put the peg in the fisted hand, well, not the fisted hand, the gripping hand. Looks a little weird, although in some poses it looks good. But the peg is actually used to plug into the back of the action figure. So it is not perfectly centered. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So depending on how we plug it in, it'll look higher at some points and lower at others. It might look better when it's lower. So we'll take that off. And here is the Captain America action figure. So it looks like it's a SWAT team armored suit here, so different from the comic book version. So looks like some armored pieces here, shoulder pads, forearm pads, knee pads, nicely sculpted boots there. Here's a belt, we can shift the belt, has some pouches here. So lots of paint detail, although it's not quite perfect. If we look very carefully, the A is not quite perfect. So there might be a couple of minor defects, but overall I think it looks pretty nice. So we have some painting on the front of the action figure here, and looks like we have some painted details on the back. So it's nice that we get some painted details all the way around the action figure. Peg holes on the bottom there. I like how it looks. Interesting design. It's not the comic book design, but it's a Gamerverse design, so I think it's an interesting look. SWAT team type armor. It's a nice helmet here, although maybe they missed some paint on the back there. But we're not going to be looking back there too often. So let's take a look at the articulation. We can look up. We can look down, we can shift the head front and back, and we can turn side to side, a little bit of tilting. Now with the shoulder pads, that does interfere with the articulation, so we can't really get the arms up more than that, so that's a little unfortunate. But we can go all the way around. There's some soft ratcheting in the joints there. And we do have a bicep cut. So that's working. That's working, very good. We have double jointed elbows. So both sides are working pretty nicely. And we can turn the wrist and they hinge up and down. This one turns, hinges up and down. Very good. And diaphragm cut. So we can go back quite a bit. That's a lot. But we do see that there's some missing paint detail there. Crunch forward just a little bit, not as much as going back. And a little bit of missing paint detail. We have a waist twist, although we want to look out for the belt there. We can do the splits. Pretty nice. And kick forward that much. Kick back a little bit. Kick forward. Kick back a little bit. We have an upper thigh cut. This one's pretty tight. That'll work. This one will work. And double jointed knees. Pretty stiff, but they are working. So if you hear any snapping there, it's the ratcheted joints, so pretty tight. Wow, pretty nice there. There we go. So these knees are nice and tight, so I like that. Hopefully they don't wear out. And we have boot cuts, so that works. And the ankles can go down. This one, not quite as much as the other one. Now when I pulled it out of the package, this leg or ankle joint was a bit twisted. So there might be a little bit of a defect there, but still kind of working. We can go up just a little bit. And we have ankle pivot. So that is working. So all the joints are working very nicely. Well, this ankle joint seems to be a bit limited. And I'm not sure why, but the shoulder pads limit the arm articulation a little bit. But that's not too much of a surprise. So I'm pretty happy with how this action figure is working right out of the package. Here's the Gamerverse Captain America next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. On the left is the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares. Here is Gamerverse Captain America next to a 6-inch action figure on the left. The Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazzwares. And a 7-inch action figure on the right. The Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And the Captain America and He-Man are iconic characters, but these are not quite the iconic versions of Captain America or He-Man. But they still look pretty cool. Here's the Gamerverse Captain America next to the Red Guardian from the Black Widow movie. So, nice pair of action figures. They do have different sculpts on their shields, so they look pretty cool. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating for this Gamerverse Captain America action figure is it's okay. I'd like to rate it more highly than this because I'm really happy with this action figure. All the joints were working. Even the ankle joint, which was a little bit worrisome, it seems to be working for me. So all the joints were working for me properly. No problems. A few minor problems with the paint, little paint detail, but lately I'm just feeling down on Hasbro because This action figure is in pretty good shape, and this is the kind of action figure Hasbro should be making all the time. At least this good. Although lately in 2023 Hasbro has had a lot of problems with quality control issues for their action figures. So this one is pretty good. This one was released in 2020, so this was back when Hasbro knew what they were doing. So thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this action figure, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.